excited. What's up? So you see the X-Wing, and then you see a Star Destroyer. Ah!
And it's not Tatooine.
It's not Tatooine. No. That is so cool looking.
The Force is strong in my family.
That's actually Mark Hamill speaking.
Aaron was really freaked out by the mask. Vader's melted mask. That gave me goosebumps. I have them again.
My sister has them.
That is awesome.
I'm so excited about that.
You have that power too.
This Christmas. Look. I bet we're going to see a lot of her at Comic-Con this year.
Oh, people cosplaying?
Uh-huh.
That is cool.
That was
I'm very intrigued by the
Jim is also... Oh, they were in the ship!
Yeah, that's a Super Destroyer that's upside down. Super Star Destroyer.
We're home.
That is everything that I wanted in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah?
Just in that short amount of time right there. I would be happy with that.
All right.
Yay.
So, full disclosure, that was not the first time we watched it.
No, I've seen it about 10, 20 times.
Right. We watched it yesterday. You watched it during the day. I waited until Russell and Jim came home, and then we watched it. And so, hi, I'm Angela.
And I'm Jen.
And this is the Anomaly Podcast. It's my first official podcast thing back since I had my baby.
We did the one with the growing up geeky.
Oh, that's true. We did.
Yes, but this is the first video that we've done since you
got my Star Wars
had your child. Yes. She's out there. And of course, the
right there.
If you ever doubted that Angela is a geek, just check out the posters. This is her living room.
This is my living room.
She has this out for everyone to see.
I do.
Yeah, she's not.
There's a Battlestar poster too.
Yep.
No, I'm not scared. And neither is my husband, thankfully. So, okay. There's so much to talk about, right?
Yes.
So I did see some, we've already seen some buzz about people complaining about it, because that's what they do.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that.
Really?
Just a couple of guys on our group who had like these little, I hope we're not being rickrolled, and then... No,
just when just now when we looked at it, a day later, there's like, now a video about everything that's wrong with the Star Wars.
Oh my... Shut up, people! Shut up!
So...
Give me your geek card.
The most exciting stuff for me is that you get the three main characters are hinted at, or you actually see Han Solo and Chewie, and
R2.
You assume that you're seeing Leia, because you also assume that somebody's giving her, and she looks older, than the other girl who's being featured, and the other stuff is the wreckage of the Imperial fleet, or part of it, I guess. That is
there's also
cool. It's like seeing the Titanic.
There was an X-Wing fighter as well in the desert.
That's true, but cool. Those are expendable. It's different when you see like there's a difference between the the aircraft carrier and one aircraft. Like seeing one aircraft is like there's a bazillion of those.
I think it would be the equivalent of being on the beach in Planet of the Apes and seeing the Statue of Liberty and going, "Damn dirty apes!" If you were an Imperial,
maybe if you're like that. Yeah, but the Imperials, haven't we established the Imperials are kind of conscripted, so maybe they don't care.
Not all of them. I think
some of them were lower level ones. That's why they can't shoot. They don't care. They're just drawing a paycheck. They were drafted.
I still think their armor. Never mind. We won't go there. It needs to be better. Maybe it will be in this new trilogy. Or
the armor.
Armor, like it needs to be better, because they constantly get there in the Rebels. They knock them together and they're knocked out. What are the helmets for?
And then of course Han Solo Oh, that was cool.
At the end.
Up there. But it was just funny for Russell because his idea of it, he's just seen the one, the original ones. And so the idea that they age was confusing to him. Chewie looked good.
Yeah. I didn't see any gray around the ears or eyes or
I think that the life
nose.
Jim and I were talking about that, and I think that the
Wookiees live longer.
The Wookiees live longer, so...
I'm trying to think. Well, of course, the EU doesn't really count the way it used to anymore, so it can't really
But technically...
judge from that how old he is.
But technically, how old is he?
Well,
if you went through the EU. Do you know?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't care. I don't know either. Just like messing with you. All right. So, there's that. And the 3 characters. Do you know anything about them? Have you looked up anything?
Yeah, well... Just the stuff that I've seen coming out of Star Wars Celebration from their panels. I don't know. Do we want to put a spoiler screen up and then come back with a non-spoiler screen?
I kind of don't want any spoilers.
It's not. See, that's what I'm afraid of because they are sharing this in panels at the Star Wars Celebration, so it's out there already. So is it a spoiler if the actors themselves are saying what kind of characters they're playing and who they're going to meet and stuff? I mean,
I am just, because I have seen some people post, like, scripts and things like that, and I have been purposely avoiding that kind of stuff. I don't mind. A little bit about who they are doesn't
okay, well, like, Rey,
bother me.
for instance, is a scavenger.
Which one's Rey?
Rey is the young girl you see, or the young woman.
Okay.
And then Finn, I think his name is. The stormtrooper.
Okay.
He, from whatever horrible circumstances he's up against, has to take another path. That was shared, I think, at Star Wars Celebration. So you would kind of assume that the two of them team up in some way. Adventure is what they said. Share that.
If it's something that
I was like, oh,
I trust you. If you feel like you shouldn't, then I don't, because I kind of want to be surprised.
Yes.
So yeah, but that was still very exciting. I really liked it.
It was awesome.
Just the whole wreckage thing. I don't know why that like stuck with me the most. Is obviously seeing Han Solo is cool, but I don't know, it just like intrigues me. Like, what are they gonna do with that?
On the Star Wars Stacks, we talked about the first trailer, and there were some glimpses of some of those things in the back, or maybe it was like the concept art.
Okay.
That you could see some of the wreckage in the concept art
that we
talked about and stuff. So I don't know, but the thing that I was really excited about seeing, other than everything else, was the Sith mask on the baddie. This very old Republic.
That's cool.
I don't know. I think it's just a really nice nod to the Old Republic era.
That's cool.
So I'm glad that's back.
We are very much fans of the Old Republic. Very cool.
Yep, it still counts.
Yeah, I think it does. I don't care.
Yeah, it's too far back for it not to count. I mean,
it's in a galaxy far, far, far away.
Farthest.
Far away. A long, long, long time ago.
Yeah.
In a galaxy far away.
So we had some. Are we ready to talk about some of the comments? That
let's do that.
Our peeps said.
We're trying to keep under our time limit.
So I posted a link to the trailer on the Anomaly Facebook group. If you haven't joined that, do that now because it's awesome. And we had some comments there. One of the funny things is, like I was just saying, that David and Aaron didn't really have the same kind of reaction I did whenever they watched it with me in the evening. They're like, okay.
Oh, man.
I was like,
Jim and Russell.
It's not cool not having a geek in the family to just freak out about this with, and you weren't in my office.
We should have Skyped. I would have watched it with you in the office.
So like Rico Dossi goes, we'll be excited with you, Jen. And then Dennis says, we're your geek family, Jen. We'll share the excitement with you. And then James said, I really wish I could get excited about this, but 1 through 3 were so horrible.
I see that. I think we're all a little gun shy, Jen.
We are. But I wrote a brief blog post, not about the trailer itself, but my reaction to the trailer, basically.
Right.
And I try to encourage people that are afraid that way, saying, okay, look, I know I'm like an eternal Pollyanna. I know that about myself. And I could be very disappointed after seeing this movie, but I have hope that the big three, know what they're doing. They don't have to come back.
The other thing
they have no contracts with them, and if the movie script sucked, why would they come back?
That's true.
And also, we know that J.J. Abrams is a much bigger fan of the Star Wars franchise than Star Trek.
Right, so we can't judge by that.
And he's probably more of a fanboy about it than he ever was about Star Trek. So he loves it as much as we do.
Well, and he wants to keep that tone. The thing that I think we didn't like about, and we've said this before, but about Star Trek is there's a certain tone that was missing.
Yes.
And I think that he gets the tone of Star Wars.
Yes.
And so from what I've seen so far, because you could even tell in the trailers for Star Trek that the tone was off. This feels like the tone makes a lot more sense. It's updated. Obviously, you have more special effects. And you don't and bless his heart, George Lucas gave us this, but he did start kind of getting lost in his own world and couldn't really see the forest for the trees. And so I think someone with the perspective of JJ, I think is going to do well. But, I mean, I think all of us are going to go in with a little bit of, no matter how excited we are, there's going to be a little bit of trepidation.
So while we don't blame you, because the prequels aren't our favorite. Some people love them, but we were raised on the original trilogy, so it was kind of meh to us.
I like to see how my son reacts. He's going to be like the perfect age. He'll be 7 when it comes out, 7.5. So seeing his reaction is like a pure reaction. Yeah. And he sat and watched it after we watched it together, like on the big screen, on YouTube on our TV. He went to his computer and watched it like 3 more times.
That's awesome.
So he was I could tell that he was very excited. He was looking at it and examining things, and of course he really likes R2, and so that was cool to see. And the other thing I have to say is that I hope against hope that they were somehow, that this whole thing somehow got Carrie Fisher out of whatever it is that's, you know what I mean? Like, she kind of went down the wrong path in her life for a while, and I know she got better, and I hope that this was kind of a thing to push her in the direction of like really embracing Leia again, and that it'd be good for her as a person as well as, and I kind of don't want to see any pictures. I want to be surprised.
There was some comments that she made at Celebration that led me to believe that, I mean, it wasn't just because Carrie Fisher says what Carrie Fisher says.
Well, I get that.
So
I know
I'm just saying,
she's
like, she
not
says, no, I mean, she doesn't mince words about what the way she feels about anything. She has no filter. But she actually referred to the fans. She thanked the fans for being, she and Mark Hamill both thanked the fans for loving the characters in the movies for as long as they had, and that we are kind of like their family. And I thought that was really sweet because, sometimes you don't get that sense from you would not probably hear Harrison Ford say that, but no, it's cool. But
the TNG cast gets it.
They get it.
They get it.
But so I was just going to carry on my thought with what I was saying to. No, it's okay. James is like, also, we complained so loudly about the prequels that George Lucas commented on our complaints about his movies. So if they were loud enough to get his attention, the people who took over for him,
they have
heard. And I'm sure that these will at least be better than the prequels.
Oh, I think so.
Yes, and from what we've seen in the trailer, I feel very comfortable. I'm feeling more and more comfortable. I was excited with the first one, but I wasn't to this degree excited.
Oh, well, that's the whole point. I mean, that's why it's called a teaser and then an actual trailer. A 2-minute trailer is more than a teaser. It's very much, I mean, it's going to be like the year of Star Wars, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's exciting. Also, we got our booth for Austin Comic-Con, so we're officially, we were always official, but we're official.
Again.
Now.
official again.
And,
No, we heard from also Jeffrey on Twitter said, I was bursting with excitement at the age of 6 in 77, and that day is with me again, which I thought was very telling. I mean, for most of the fans who are excited, that's basically the way I feel. Like, I feel as happy as I did when I was, how was I? I guess when I was about that age whenever Empire came out.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just really excited.
Good, I'm excited too.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what else is coming down the pike. And I know we'll probably hear more news coming out of Celebration.
That's true.
Oh, did you see any of the footage? That little droid, the B, what's his name, B8 or
The little circle
the
guy?
circle, it actually rolls. It's not CGI.
I've heard of that.
It came
I've
out
heard
to
that.
the stage, so
Cool.
all those naysayers who said it was completely impossible and it would never work, I think that they just proved it.
I think that maybe I like that they kind of go back and forth between, and this is something that Lord of the Rings did, is that you know when to use your real life stuff and when to use physical effects and when to use special effects. Yeah. And combining them in such a way that you don't have to be lazy and shoot everybody on a green screen and just put in everything. You can have some physical things that will make it work. I don't know. And that's a whole other thing we can talk about after we see the movie, but very exciting.
Practical effects.
Also,
it has to look lived
I'm
in.
expecting really, really good DVD special features when this finally comes out in 2 years.
I'm sure it'll happen.
I want all kinds of special features to be excited about and watch.
I was just thinking about our group of people all going at the same time to go watch this movie.
I know. I'm very excited. I guess we'll have to be one of those people that wears costumes and stuff.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's happening.
But I can't wear my one good costume. I have to make a new one because my one good costume is for
we should just
pregnant
go as a bunch
girl.
of.
That's okay. I have time.
Mandalorians.
I have time until December. I do have a Mandalorian kind of, or a smuggler. My little smuggler outfit. Mm-hmm. I know you want to do Mandalorian armor for all of us.
I totally do. Could be just a troop of Mandalorian female warriors or bounty hunters.
That's funny. Okay.
I think we've talked this as much as we can.
We can. So how can people get hold of us?
Well, you can comment below. Or you can contact us at girlygeeks@gmail.com. That's girlygeeks with a Z @gmail.com. Mm-hmm. You can call us at 432-363-4742, which is a Google Voice line. No one's going to pick it up and say hello. It's just going to go straight to voicemail. And you can go to our website and use the contact page. There's a way to do that. And we have a cool little comment board now.
Cool.
And also Facebook, our Facebook group and Twitter.
I'd like to know in the comments, regardless of its wherever you find this, I'd like to know if you are seeking spoilers or if you're letting it ride.
I don't want any spoilers.
I'm curious from the people how they feel about it.
I think the majority do. I think the majority are like not. They don't want spoilers.
I don't know. Some people are very spoilerific. You never know.
You're right about that.
Because I've seen it even on our forum, or not forum, group. It feels like a forum now, the way that our group works. But anyway. All right. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.